Hi, and welcome to this video, where you will learn 5 best practices for working with actions. You will also get some background information about the structure of action packs. These are the 5 best practices. Use actions, but do not modify them. Perform unit tests. Use aliases. Use the templates. And last but not least, separate the configuration from the automation logic. Best practice number 1. Never edit, or modify, any object in an action pack. Action packs are installed by the administrator. Once installed, you can find the content of the action pack in the Packages folder. You should never modify the objects in this folder. Some action packs have objects in the App Data subfolder that is inside the Packages folder. These objects contain local data for the action pack, for example, an action pack configuration. Do not modify these objects manually. If an action pack needs editing, it has a dedicated action to set up the configuration. Action packs use certain prefixes in their object names. The administrator can set up the permissions, so that nobody but the admin can edit, or modify the objects. To use actions, you only need read and execute rights. The name pattern for action packs is as follows. Action packs that are officially supported, use the prefix, _Automic_. Action packs from the community, which do not have official support, use the prefix, _Custom_. Let's continue with best practice number 2. Perform unit tests. Actions are built so they can be executed without customization. To test whether the actions work as expected in your environment, and on your agents, execute each action manually. You will have to populate the prompt set values manually too. Consider defining some test cases, for example, running the action with incorrect input parameters, to make sure that it results in an error, when you expect an error to happen. You can insert your test cases in a workflow, and use post conditions, to verify the test results. This makes rerunning the tests easier, for instance, after an action pack upgrade. Moving on to best practice number 3. Use aliases. There are 2 good reasons to use aliases whenever you use actions inside workflows. First, the action names have long prefixes, as described earlier in this video. Long names are truncated in the task boxes. Second, the action name does not describe the purpose of the action. For example, take the Run Commands action in the SSH action pack. From the name, you can only tell that this action executes commands via SSH, but not which commands. If you use multiple instances of this action inside a workflow, then you want to be able to distinguish the different commands that are executed. Use aliases to give the tasks self-explanatory names. Good aliases should meet the following criteria. They should comply with your system naming conventions. They should be clearly identifiable as aliases, not to be confused with names of regular objects. They should describe the task purpose. Best practice number 4. Use the templates. This only applies to very few action packs, because most action packs don't have templates. But some do. You can find the templates in the folder. Packages. Name of the action pack. Templates. If an action pack contains 1 or more templates, the installation process automatically makes them available in the Add Object dialog. Templates in action packs implement use cases of the action pack. For example, take the Analytics action pack. It has 4 templates. Each of them uses 1 or more actions from the action pack, and maybe even some additional objects from the pack. Use the templates to create your own version of the workflow, and customize your workflow to meet your needs. Moving on to the last best practice. This is the most complex one. Separate the logic from the configuration. When you use actions inside your workflows, you need to pass parameters to them, by populating the prompt set values in the task properties. These values might differ on your various systems. Development, test system, production. So you don't want to hard-code these values. A dedicated video will explain various ways to separate the configuration values from your logic, so that you can transport your workflows between systems, without having to modify the workflows in each system. Let me summarize the best practices one more time. Do not modify any of the objects in an action pack. Perform unit tests with each action you plan to use, to make sure it works for your use case. Use aliases for your actions, to improve the readability of your workflows. Some action packs include templates. Use them to find out about standard use cases of the action pack. And finally, separate your automation logic, that is, your workflows and jobs, from the configuration. I will explain how to do this in a separate video. Thanks for watching.